Howdy, folks. Welcome back to MysteriousJG's 2020 Halloween special, which is apparently about to wrap up here in February of 2021. But it's Undead. It's Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Along the way, we've done some interesting things. We picked up 2 of the 4 horses of Apocalypse for famine and war. But in the end, it's not the horse of war, but our trusty old war horse that we're going to ride into the final showdown. We're going to go visit a civilized man, Abraham Reyes, a.k.a. Reyes the Warrior, who has left a lot of pregnant, abandoned girls in his wake, but he's going to become the president of Mexico. And apparently, somewhere along the way in his adventures to becoming president of Mexico, he may have actually been responsible. That was a nice little insane stunt bonus. That was a nice little jump there. But somewhere along the way, it seems like he did something which is responsible for this. At least that's the rumor we're getting from Mother Superior, according to some nun. And we keep saying that, we were saying, oh, I think I've seen that nun before. I don't recognize her from earlier in the game. But we didn't really get a good look at her this time either. Kochne is coming under attack by the undead horse. You know what? The best thing I can do for Koch now, like literally as I'm trying to enter this place, you're going to tell me that? The best thing I can do for them is to put an end to the undead menace. And if that music was any indication, this is the mission where that's finally going to happen. A civilized man. She's not a civilized man.
Donde is Abraham Reyes?
Are you pregnant and abandoned too? I was guessing Abraham Reyes might not be as we remembered him.
Stop that now, Abraham! Come on, stop that.
You gonna reason with him? I guess he is the president.
Do you see what your greed has done?
We might be able to actually talk to him, but it seems unlikely.
He always did have a way with the ladies.
Funny, and she slaps you.
Okay, he's dead.
Like for real's dead.
Thank you, senor.
You'll be okay.
I'm glad you think so, but I fear I won't. None of us will. We are all doomed because of him.
He's that bad of a husband.
He wasn't a great guy, but I'm afraid you're giving him a little too much credit, my dear. Haven't I seen you before?
No. He caused this with his greed and his lust for power.
Yeah, that sounds fun to
You're
me.
an ancient myth and tested it. It caused all of these terrible things. His vanity overwhelmed
Wait,
his
was it
soul.
his greed or his vanity? Because they're not the same thing.
Where have I seen you?
Me? Oh,
That voice, where have I heard that voice?
I'm from here. He disturbed the royal burial grounds that lie underneath the town.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There
that
was
going
a
around.
mask hidden there that would make him invincible.
But instead it made him smoking.
On Mexicans? Jewish people?
Jews, they can call them Jews in this context.
Government? Immigrants? The bad weather? Now this. What's wrong with people?
It's true. Look in that chest. He has a sacred mask.
Well, we figured it was the glass eye that,
That's where this plague came from.
what's-his-face stole, but...
Him and his awful lust
Oh
for
no,
power.
is it going to possess us like it did Commander Data, and then Picard's going to have to pretend to be the moon god, and... Okay, it's not that kind of mask. It is green, though. It could be the mask from The Mask. Or even Son of the
Did you say
Mask.
crypt was?
Near the bullfighting ring. Behind the Via.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Party in a dress all day, every day. In theory, that's a reference to the JG Bobo Let's Play universe. You guys should know that one.
It's too dangerous.
You need me. I know what needs to be done.
Well, then help me fight the zombie, would you? Oh, Chronoius! Oh, looks like they're just gonna be coming like gangbusters. Hopefully she can follow us as we jump around like this. Otherwise... Oh, really, game? Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the bolt. Ooh, yeah, the bolts are pretty messed up, aren't they? Well, where are we trying to get to now? I guess it's in here? Okay, yeah, I got it.
Looks nice in here.
Well, when you men, you're sounding a bit, well, I mean, I guess she's not a man, but...
Give the devil my regard. Damn, look at their eyes.
They got the fire down below. I don't know if there's any point to trying to kill them piecemeal. Maybe I gotta kill a few at a time just so that I don't get overwhelmed like that. Hold on. Fudge! Is there some kind of retry from checkpoint? Okay, yeah, I'd say this one will be a pain. This mission already feels like it's going to be a huge pain in the butt if I have to start over the beginning of this crypt every time, or go through the whole process of... Okay, we get to it. We get a continuation point here. It's like Pet Cemetery times 100. So maybe, okay, so maybe if they're not spawning as we go, then I guess I should kill them as I proceed and not try to run past, so that I don't get infinite swarms of them, or near infinite swarms. A little help here, lady?
Look inside yourself.
Okay, I think they might be spawning infinitely, after all. Because I got a torch. In theory, if there's any way to make this place brighter and navigable, it would be... Okay, apparently I was one hit point away from death when I finally started running. Well, if there's going to be a point in the game for them to give me retry from checkpoint, I guess I'm glad it's here.
I always told my son, never go into dark places with strangers.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate your jokes, Mr. Wacky Fun Guy.
Why aren't they attacking you?
Your demon's not mine. Well, I have killed a lot of people. Okay, then I'm glad the subtitles are. Well, I wasn't going to, but a couple extra checkpoints would be nice, since you're clearly some kind of supernatural lady.
Shit.
Wretch, smells like shitters up ahead. Ah, fuck. It's just so freaking hard to see. I'm pretty sure they spawn infinitely. I don't see that there's a point in trying to, like, slowly advance and take them out. To that end, having just a little bit of boom bait might be good. Oh, is that fire discontent? It looks to me like they're just not gonna freeze.
Why aren't they attacking you?
I'm not really, delicious to the undead like you
I
are.
have a feeling I might have killed some of them the first time around.
Act now. Save big money. Yeah, the issue is that I can't see a fucking thing.
Shit. Smells like retros up ahead.
Think about making a smaller crypt. I'm not giving up, ladies. Stop.
You got a lot to answer.
You bastard. First of all, we made a DLC that Irish wasn't featured in.
Till all these tormented souls have been put to rest.
Okay, I was kind of hoping there would be more of them would get over there than that. Bow fuck. Maybe all these ones I left behind did need to be taken out. Slowly and carefully.
Our history can never be silent.
Yeah, whatever, lady. I'm doing it! Okay, getting here allows you to track where they are, which is helpful. Sure. I hope.
You're going to hell in pieces.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die. Okay. Interesting. So you got to get all the way to the end before you can track them. But once you do, you can start searching their...
Discover who we are when we least expect it.
For example, that guy was a shotgun guy. So I could be going with the blunderbuss. What I don't know is whether more, if I take these guys out, is more going to spawn.
There is no future without a past.
Look what a mess you've made.
Apparently there's only one left. Okay. I am suspicious that there might be more to be done. But if it's just a matter of taking the mask to the altar, then... Really? Okay, let me stop and do that for a minute. Okay, I'm done. Now what? Is it? Because it seemed like it was a fight against a lot of zombies. Here we go. I figured there'd be one last battle, so I didn't want to use all the boom bait.
We must end this now. I do not fear you.
Well, I'm not asking you to fear me, lady. Didn't mean to get knocked over there, but...
Tormented creatures.
Christ, that was close. Good thing I got down here when I did.
This is not the time. Hidden value.
Well, it's not hiding it at all, really.
Foul spirit.
No, I'm... What? Let me get away from there.
You will be returned to rest.
Abigail, Jack, the things I'd do for you.
What? Oh, boo, come the fuck on. What, is she undead? Is she attracted by the undead bait? Oh, just please don't tell me I gotta go through everything from... Okay. Apparently I gotta restart from this point.
This has gone on long enough.
And I assaulted the maiden. So don't do that.
We must end this now.
Well, they're a little more generous about checkpoints than they've been at a lot of other points in the game.
I do not fear you.
I just got to be real careful about using the boom bait, because as effective as it is, if it hits her...
You were slow, you fat freak. I'd say the dead are dead, wouldn't you?
This is excited.
Never an instinct to be trusted.
Oh, come on, I'm having a good time. Let me have a good time.
Tormented creatures.
This is why I saved the blunderbuss ammo. Okay, pride is not to be trusted.
Put an end to this.
You sure you don't want to be dead instead and like have me have to do that again?
Return the mask.
To Blockbuster. It's not a very good movie. Because Blockbuster was a thing back when the mask was
Are
a
you
thing.
sure?
Okay.
Of course I'm sure.
Can you tell me who you actually are?
No.
My name is Ayotioto.
Okay, that's a nice name. Is that supposed to mean something to me? I mean... Ayotioto, the Aztec god of telling you not to be proud.
Ayotioto.
Giving you shit when you're actually... You know, give yourself credit for some kind of accomplishment, like defeating an army of the
Our
undead.
force is waiting for you. You should return home.
Your family's waiting for you, and waiting for you to be murdered by the army. Because I don't know if this is... I guess this would... I always figure this is a nightmare that John has after he rescues Jack and Abigail, but before he's killed by Wilbur Ross and his men. But I guess it could happen. And he can still be killed by Wilbur Ross and his men. I guess we'll find out. I don't know that that's the ending, but maybe this game will give John Marston the real happy ending he deserves.
John? There you are.
Why did you tie me up?
Whenever trouble starts, I can pretty much guarantee you'll ride off into the sunset.
You feeling better?
Yes. I mean, once that boy stopped trying to bite me, everything felt much better. Starving, though.
It has been several weeks since they ate.
Me? Oh, I only felt better once that mad look left your eye. Please, Dad, don't leave me here alone with that woman again.
Excuse me?
I'll try not to, son.
Although, actually, I will, and it won't be by choice. Aww.
Well, let me fix us something to eat.
Perhaps
Please
brains?
We've had enough dramatics for one day.
Boom, boom, boom. Aww. And then Uncle comes back and is not undead, but he does have his head blown off. So he's headless, so it works. The game is glitched again. You post a guard on that mask? Oh, great. Oh, great. So I guess they do trust that you know the ending of vanilla Red Dead Redemption, and that they give you a little happy ending with John Marston, but then he's dead anyway. But I guess he's not. And I did know this, not the details of how we get there, but I did know that in this game, if you want to do post-game adventures, you do it as zombie John Marston. And even though I know this ending was coming, it's still kind of funny. Undead Cowboy menu entry added. And you ride. Marston was buried by his wife and son with a flask of what water seemed to be treasure. They did not know of its special power. Now he comes back to this earth with the body of an undead wretch, but the soul of a man. Help put him to rest by finishing his, whatever. But we have Death's horse now. That place is under attack. I guess the fact that I saved the world from an undead plague doesn't mean that it's not under attack, because I saved the world from an undead plague and Seth has released a new one. But yeah, this is it. We can do, we have the Horse of Death. And we can do post, Death dispatches foes when he tramples them. So I don't want to accidentally kill the Horse of Death. I definitely want to hitch it. But it's kind of time for me to get to bed. Even though it would be nice to... I guess we should probably try to... How do we hitch the Horse of Death? I'm trying to find a hitching post here. I'm really annoyed by the noises that this horse is making, though. Thought it would be like this quiet, dignified horse, but, Oh, no, this is probably John Marston making those noises, because he's a zombie. Alright. So let's save... Oh my God, my blessed son. Oh my son, my blessed son. Doesn't look like we can visit Jack and Abigail. Unless I'm gravely mistaken. Where the hell's the save point? I want to save and then find like a single enemy to kill with Death's horse. Maybe it is up above after all. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Well, we could travel up to the town that's under attack. See if we, as Undead John Marston riding the Horse of Death, can rescue them from our fellow zombies. That might be a way to end this LP. If nobody has anything they strongly desire to see in the comments that I won't see till after I finish the LP, we will wrap this whole thing up by riding the Horse of Death into one of the more annoying towns to reach in the game to see what we can do about rescuing them from our fellow undead. Because we are undead but have the soul of a man. And again, pretty sure we can't encounter Abigail and Jack. So I'm not going to worry too much about trying different variations on that theme. But I am kind of pleased to finally have this game behind me. It was a complete glitch fest. Should have done that thing to clear out the cache a long time ago. Probably would have enjoyed the game a lot more if I wasn't fighting with all those glitches. But in a way, I guess that's part of the experience too. Well, let's ignore that path because it's wrong. This is actually where we want to go. And I'm not sure why we were getting other instructions. Game gets confused about navigating you to towns that were like major battle, like plot battle missions in vanilla Red Dead Redemption and never really functioned as towns afterwards. Like, I don't think you ever worked in this place like a normal town. Okay, I thought it killed you guys when it touched you, but maybe not. Oh, their heads just explode when you actually hit them at speed. Not when you touch them, period. You have to run them over. Yeah, I kind of was waiting for you to figure that one out, friend, because I wasn't having any luck doing what I should have been doing. But even though I'm undead, the undead treat me the same as before. Oh, wow, I really worked. Oh, that's blunderbuss. Never mind. I was like, damn, I worked my way through that ammo. So this is fun. This is not something that would really, even with Warhorse, you could kind of do this, but it really doesn't work that well. It just takes forever for them to die, and while they're not dead yet, they can still pull you off the horse. Death would appear to be a significantly better horse than War. Tell you what, though, I would find the John Marston's undead-like noises would really get on my nerves if I was trying to play a lot of post-game. Like, I guess it would be weird if he looked like this and didn't make those noises, but... Thank you, Zombie John Marston. Now we're gonna shoot you in the head, because we're pretty sure you're also coming to destroy us. Well, there you go. Since we can't get our family anyway, we might as well end our game in Kochne. The coldest, most remote area is where a zombie might feel the most at home. A zombie with a soul who knows he cannot be with the zombies, nor can he be with the living. Perhaps he can make a friend with this one guy who's still living in Kochne, who knows that John Marston saved his life. Perhaps John Marston can find something resembling peace living in Kochne until the day he decides he's just got to eat that guy's brains. Anyway, there's a small chance that there'll be another video in this series, me doing post-game stuff that people have requested to see, but in all likelihood, this is going to be it for Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I'd like to say that it was a really fun game. The glitches broke it for me, and I should have gone, and it was a much simpler process than I thought it would be. I should have gone back and just rolled back that multiplayer update which broke the single player game by clearing the cache and then doing whatever I followed. I pressed the LB and RB buttons as I loaded the game. I don't know if that was essential, but basically I followed the instructions to generic instructions Rockstar had for clearing the cache because of corrupted files, and that seems to have fixed it. And if I'd fixed it way earlier, I probably would have enjoyed the game more. There's still some really frustrating mechanics to the game, but honestly, it's like, does it feel primitive compared to RDR2? Not really. My biggest complaint in RDR2 was how easy it was to accidentally, there's a lot of complexity and just weirdness. Not complexity in a good way, but just really unintuitive stuff in the control scheme where, routinely, I would rescue somebody from the police and unlock the cage cart that they were in, and while trying to talk to them, I would instead brandish a gun at them and have them run off and not get my little quest rewards. That kind of thing happened all the time in RDR2. Why am I talking about that now? Because I was about to say, some things are clumsy. Climbing up on the roof in those town rescue things is so hit or miss, and it just feels so dated. And no, actually, RDR, the series, the high points, the good points of the series have never been smooth and fluid controls. So actually, this feels like par for the course. But if you're going to have originally it was just a DLC. As a standalone game, this feels pretty weak. As a DLC to what was already a good game, this is pretty damn good. And if it weren't for those glitches, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. As it is, it feels weird to come back and play this after RDR2. Which is really set up to give you a chance to play as John they did this extensive story, but I don't know that it's just that gamers aren't used to their player character dying at the end. It doesn't happen that much in video games. And I don't know that. I guess Rockstar is probably flattered, and I would think they expected there to be some response, but they probably just were maybe caught off guard by how strongly people responded and were upset that John Marston dies at the end of Red Dead Redemption, and how unsatisfying it is to go around playing A, the multiplayer as a generic, and B, playing any solo stuff you missed as grown-up Jack Marston. Doesn't feel the same. So in Red Dead Redemption, they kind of made fun of it a bit by having him come back as a zombie. And then in RDR2, it feels like it's a serious by way of apology. 2 epilogue chapters, and all post-game is with John Marston. So he's a fun character. It was fun to spend some more time with him. I like him in RDR2, but it's not the same as when he's the hero of RDR. So it was quite enjoyable to come back. This is the only Red Dead Redemption game I'd never beaten. So I'm glad I came back and revisited it. Once all the glitching and frustration of some of those graveyard clearing missions, where like you couldn't tell that it had broken until like you were several minutes into an attempt that was never going to succeed because the game had glitched and you couldn't tell right away, that was super frustrating. But now that that's in the rear view, I can concentrate on the things about this game I liked, and there was quite a bit that I liked. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, small chance there'll be more, but unlikely. So I think this is going to be it for John Marston, and I don't know when to expect Red Dead Redemption 3, but it seems pretty likely that this is going to be it for Red Dead Redemption on MysteriousJG's channel. Thanks for watching, you guys, and see you out there, Zombie Cowboy.